This video took a little bit longer than I wanted it to due to certain research purposes. It seems a lot has changed with these cannabis mods since the last time I played. So we're going to go through what I have figured out and what I have found out that still is available, that still works, and doesn't seem to conflict with any other mods so far that I'm aware of. But, you know, things could change. We'll see. But, so as you can see, we have the two sheds. I guess we'll just start out kind of with showing you what seeds are findable in the game, and usually again you can buy them from Harvey during the different seasons, and a couple from Pierre. Northern Lights, Strawberry Cough, OG Kush, The Blue Dream, Girl Scout Cookies, Green Crack, Hemp, the Sour Diesel, White Widow, Female Cannabis Seeds, Tobacco Seeds, Indica Seeds, Sativas, and Hybrid Starters. So as you can see, there's quite a few here that are not anymore, i.e. the Fruity Pebbles and a couple of the other bagged ones. I haven't found them in any other mods. I've tried to install everything as it was, update everything, and we're still sitting here with just this. So as I said, you get most of these seeds from Harvey during the different seasons. By the seams of it, he doesn't have anything in spring. So at least not in the first year, but we'll get into that later. So here we are in the garden shed, and these are just garden pots. We'll go into a little bit of detail because, well, they're super useful. You get the recipe from, I do believe, Alex's grandmother a little bit later on in the game. So you just put them inside of any shed, any size. And these are great because you can plant things in any season in here. And the way to keep them permanently watered after only watering them once is with this super freaking watering stuff. Deluxe retaining soil. Make sure it's the one with the 3 on it. It has a 100% chance of staying watered overnight. So if you water this, and as long as it is a trellis plant or a regrowing plant, you will not have to water it again. One water, and it will never need to be watered again. It's actually really, really useful for these plants specifically. So definitely go with the garden pots and the retaining soil 100%. So we're going to plant each one of these seeds. Most of them are trellis plants. The tobacco and the starters are not. So unfortunately, those are going to have to be replanted and rewatered. And I guess we're just going to kind of go check out the recipes. Most of the machines you do get right off the bat. See, there's the grinder, and then we've got our joint. Most people were looking for this, and it is literally in your recipes the second that you put the mod in, along with a couple of the machines, as you've seen, like the grinder, the soap press, the extruder. You know, we've got the sorbet machine, all these other things. A lot of these don't actually work. Here is where you are going to get your dehydrator. Now we're going to pick our wonderful plants. So once we have all our wonderful plants, I'll go through them here. You can pause it if you want to read each one and see what's what, but they all give you essentially the same amount of energy. Some again are labeled as flowers, some are labeled as vegetables, which again will affect how they are used in each artisan machine. You will need extra goods, just like last time, just like in the previous video, and if you didn't see that, go check it out. You're going to need a couple extra ingredients to make some of these, not all of these artisan goods. Here's the drying rack. As you've seen, you get it level 3 foraging. You get the recipe for that. And of course, it's just going to simply dry any one of your vegetables. It's a nice, cute little machine. Woohoo! But it was the most elusive. So level 3 foraging, you get the recipe as long as you have the mod. Put any one of your flowers, vegetables, whatever they want to call it in there. You will need a grape to make wine, and it only works with cannabis. As you can see, you need one grape to make cannabis wine. So, I guess they don't want it to taste like crap. I don't blame them. I really, really don't blame them. Excuse me while I figure things out here. There we go. And by the magic of editing, we have grapes and wine. I haven't 100% figured out exactly what goes in each machine, so we're kind of working on it together here. But I do believe, as I said, their flower slash vegetable status has a lot to do with what machines they will and will not go into. So as you can see, a flower, what is absolutely useless in that. A vegetable seem to work, even though even their art's the same, just different colors. Again, we're gonna need some sort of extra ingredient to make those. Milk, slime, beeswax, oil, and as I said, grapes. So just kind of go through here and put in everything in each machine. And again, you just need to watch for whether it be vegetables or flowers. And if a vegetable doesn't work, try the flower ones. If the flower one doesn't work, try good old cannabis. Because, that one seems to work in the oddest of machines. We're just going to enjoy this. As you can see, again, we're not really getting very far with the flowers or the cannabis. See if a vegetable one will work. Absolutely, of course. So flowers don't work in those, the vegetables don't work in those, or the vegetables do work in those. Oh my goodness. Bear with me, guys. It's 1 in the morning. So we're just going to continue to fill up each of these machines. Woohoo! Lots of fun there. Oh, the slime. The slime. So now that we have each one of our machines filled, we're just going to kind of go skip time and sleep until, everything's ready. There's absolutely no way that the cheese maker works. I have tried everything and I still haven't figured out how to make the shatter anymore. It used to be just put any old dried flour into the extruder and no, it doesn't work anymore. But you can still spawn it with the CJB spawner. So it has to be in here somewhere, and when I figure it out, guys, I'll put it in the comments. But for now, it's the ever elusive item that used to be oh so easy to make. And yes, I have tried putting it in every machine with every ingredient, and no, it doesn't work. Forgot to fill the soap machine. So cheese maker doesn't work. Everything else seems to work just fine. Here we are. Now everything is done. Of course, when you skip time, that happens. We love it. We love it. As you can see, you get quite a variable of different goods. This comes with the main mod, the cannabis mod. So the actual, I guess you could say, one that works with adjacent assets the best. So we'll just collect up all of our stuff. So here we have the dried sativa, our cannabis wine, our ground sativa, which came out of the grinder, our Girl Scout cookies, essential oil, our hemp butter, our handmade OG Kush soap, our Blue Dream candle, pickled indica, strawberry cough bitter, CBD oil, and the strawberry cough starter seed, obviously, wax, which, came out of the extruder, which should be shattered, but it is not. It is wax. It doesn't need to be wax. It needs to be shatter. Why is it wax? Anyways, they do the same thing. Here's the list of items that you can get. We're going to check these in the bin, see how much the new and updated versions of the Artisan Goods are, see if they're worth more than the items they are to make. I'm going to put one of each of the items that you need to add with, just to see how much they cost over everything. Is it worth making the Artisan Goods still, or are we still good with just selling the original buds? Somehow I still feel like the flowers make the most money. And the seeds are expensive, so they seem to be decent. The oil and the slime aren't worth that much. And by the looks of it, nothing is worth very much. The wax, again, just like the shatter, is the most expensive. And the hemp butter. Everything else is kind of blit. Considering what you need to make most of it, you're better off just selling the beeswax on its own. Same with the milk, because the two items that they're used with are 100% not really worth it. You don't get back even close to what you use. Like the beeswax itself is worth, you know, the 600 there, and you get what, 630 back? Not worth it, because you have to add in the flour as well. I don't know. Not looking too good, artisans. Not looking too good. So we are going to go ahead and just put the buds in. I do a little magic of editing. Wow. I take it back. Non-processed goods and the shatter aren't worth crap. All right. I ate my words. So go ahead and process the crap out of this shit, because yeah, one of each of those buds ain't worth one of each of those goods. Definitely worth it. Definitely use those machines. Level up, get the drying rack. Even that should raise the price of the buds themselves. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, guys. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and anything I forgot, let me know, okay? Because I'm sure I forgot something. This was a lot of work to find what was and was not left in these mods. So much work. Anyways, again, thanks for watching, guys.